Hello everyone, I'm Max, and today I'm here to maximize your fear. So far, 2025 has been a year filled with many strange things caught on trail cams. From weird unidentified creatures such as Bigfoots and skinwalkers to killers and to many other unexplainable phenomena. So today I decided to highlight some of the most chilling and downright horrifying creatures caught on trail cameras this year. Also, stay tuned for a special and very scary nature clip at the end of this video. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. So grab your I Found Bigfoot coffee mugs and allow your fear to be maximized as we recap the scariest trail camera clips of 2025. This new trail camera video captures what looks to be a Bigfoot. It was uploaded on April 1st, 2025. The uploader, Sunny Vader, states, quote, "Remote trail cameras were placed throughout the area at a native burial site known as Spirit Camp after strange activity within the site had taken place," end quote. So they were hoping to capture proof of this strange activity, and that's exactly what they got. Take a look. The proof is in the footage. Seen amidst the snowy landscape is an out-of-place beast. A huge, tall, and dark humanoid creature hiding behind a couple of skinny trees. The being covered in long hair starts off hunched over on the forest floor. But as the video goes on, it slowly raises up, giving us a look at its tremendous height. The video is relayed in slow motion, but if I speed it up, we can see the movement better. Because the creature is partially obscured by the trees the whole time, we don't get an amazing look at all of its features. Pretty much just its dark silhouette. Now, long before the term Bigfoot came into use in the 20th century, many indigenous tribes across North America had their own names, stories, and beliefs about large, hairy, human-like beings that lived in the forests and mountains. The most famous indigenous name for Bigfoot comes from the Chehalis people of Pacific Northwest, the Sasquatch. The word Sasquatch means wild man or hairy man. Descriptions often depict them as spiritual guardians of nature capable of vanishing into the spirit world. Another one is Skookum, which comes from Chinook or Pacific Northwest tribes. It refers to a powerful and sometimes dangerous spirit of the wilderness. So since this video was taken at a native burial site, it really does make it all the more compelling. Could this have been the Sasquatch, the spiritual guardian of nature according to natives? Let me know what you all think in the comments down below. Now here is a terrifying cryptid creature video. A group of friends were out late at night exploring a local park. They were just messing around and not taking anything too seriously, when suddenly they heard some downright weird sounds coming from the distance. They all looked over quickly and saw something they couldn't explain.
Is that?
One of the explorers quickly pulled out their camera and filmed the deeply unsettling encounter. Captured is a humanoid creature crawling around and leaping erratically, all while making some really creepy sounds. The noises sound like they're trying to mimic a dog or something, but something seems suspiciously off.
Is that?
Now, instead of running away like most would, these brave explorers pursued the creature. They rushed towards it, but it ran away. But here's what they capture.
Is that?
It's still emitting the dog-like barks and howls. Realizing how close the creature was to them and how they could be in serious danger, they stopped the video and ran away for good. But it's a good thing they got it on video, because no one would have believed them. Let's go ahead and slow the footage down slightly and examine the supposed humanoid creature. Just based on the way it moves around so oddly, most say there's not a chance this could be a person. And just look how long and skinny its arms and legs are. Cryptozoologists say this footage is proof of the Dogman, a creature you probably know all too well by now. The half-human, half-dog or wolf creature that is said to be predatory and dangerous. Also, the encounter was highlighted in 2024, but it's unknown when it originally came out. But it definitely is some of the most disturbing and unsettling footage we've seen. Let's take a look at a brand new and very creepy video. On May 10th, 2025, a woman was just relaxing on the dock of a local lake. She was minding her own business, just enjoying the scenery. Then, on the bright sunny afternoon, something terrifying appeared in the water.
Hey, so I actually have no idea what the this is. All the way down there a couple minutes ago, I took my glasses off, I look up, it's right next to me, and someone help. What is it?
She says, "This thing floated above the lake, stared at me, then disappeared. Someone please tell me this is a dead catfish before I cry myself into another dimension." And I hate to break it to her, but it doesn't look like any dead catfish to me. She says it just floated with no movement at all. Then it just seemed to disappear, and it was nowhere to be seen in the lake. You can tell she's genuinely freaked out. Many people took to the comments to try to help her and come up with an explanation. One of the top answers was something called a deadhead. It's a really giant log that floats vertically in the water, with the surface of it sticking out and bobbing up and down. This is what it looks like. This happens because it's so saturated with water, and that's what causes it to float this way. So many thought it was one of these deadhead logs with a tarp on top of it. But then wouldn't we be able to see the rest of the log under it, considering the water is rather clear? And one commenter quickly asked, "Why is the top so circular then? It looks like a literal head." Dead heads aren't typically round and head-shaped like this, so what the heck could this be? Also, how can you explain it reportedly just disappearing? She didn't state specifically if it just vanished into thin air or thin water in this case, or if she turned her head for a couple seconds and then looked back and it was gone. But either way, it did reportedly disappear. If this would have been me personally, I would have took the tarp off to see what was underneath. But since she didn't, it leaves us wondering. What could it have been? Something paranormal? A human head? It looks like we'll never know. The following disturbing trail camera photo comes from a woman named April. She reportedly set up this trail camera to capture typical wildlife. Deer, small critters, and whatever else was in the area at the time. And she did end up capturing all kinds of cool wildlife pictures. However, one day when she was reviewing the photos, one of them made her heart drop. The trail camera stationed on a remote trail snapped this. A light-colored man-like figure with glowing eyes. It's walking towards the camera, hence the motion blur, all while staring at it the whole time. The really weird thing about this one is that the rest of the capture is pretty HD. From the tall grass surrounding the trail to the trees off to the side, everything looks to be in focus. But the figure itself appears blurry. It's unknown if it was just the motion blur that caused this, or this is just how it looked in real life. Almost ghost-like and very slightly translucent. Now April believes she may have caught something supernatural here. Maybe some kind of cryptid creature or extraterrestrial, or maybe even some kind of spirit. One of the things that viewers couldn't let go is its resemblance to the infamous cryptid, the Rake. The Rake is a modern urban legend and alleged cryptid, described as a humanoid creature with a disturbingly thin, pale, and hairless body, with elongated limbs and large, empty eyes. It typically moves around on all fours, though sometimes it's said to raise to a bipedal stance, like in this photo. Definitely one of the eeriest alleged cryptid captures. But the question is, do you guys believe April? Let me know in the comments. On May 5th, 2025, a man named Frankie Cameron would record something insane. Something so weird and unexplainable that it caught the attention of millions. Just recently going viral and making headlines, the video comes from Bonner Springs, Kansas. Check it out.
So, can somebody tell me what the is this? And I'm not using no app. I am on County Road 2 in between State Avenue and Gate 32. And it appears that little black stuff is falling down the center of it. Just weird.
Up in the sunny skies of Bonner Springs, Kansas is a low floating black ring of smoke. It's a really big ring and it forms a perfect circle. It looks super ominous, like something straight out of a horror film. Reportedly, other motorists were stopping and watching this spectacle along with Mr. Cameron. The dark, mysterious smoke ring slowly fades as the video goes on, getting skinnier and skinnier. Now, if you remember, I covered another similar capture to this sometime last year. I think it came from Virginia. But it showed the exact same thing, a dark, defined, out-of-place ring of smoke hovering above. But the question we're all wondering is, what causes these rings? Are they man-made, or are they the result of something supernatural? Perhaps a ghostly portal, or maybe even a ring of smoke created by a UFO? It seems no one knows where they come from, a truly unexplained phenomenon. Here is an exclusive trail camera photo. A photo of what the trail cam owner claims is a dogman. Now the image is really blurry, I'll say, but it's still a pretty good one. Along with the blurriness causing mystery, causing even more mystery is the little information provided by the uploader. We don't know anything really, except for the fact that it was taken on a trail camera. We have no clue where, when, and why this was captured. As we can see, the trail camera itself is in a lower position, maybe strapped to the bottom of a tree or something. And the creature in the photo certainly does look like a dogman or werewolf. It's bipedal, with elongated human-like feet. It's hunched over and has very long arms that almost reach its ankles in this position. It has wide, broad shoulders and a large head with pointy ears and glowing eyes. Now obviously, we all wish it was less blurry, but this could have happened for many reasons. Maybe it was because the creature was kind of far away and it was pitch black outside. Maybe this camera doesn't have good low light abilities. It could also be from a very long time ago, when almost all cameras were blurry like this. But whatever the reason is for the blurriness, we just have to accept it and take what we can get. And what we got is still a pretty cool capture of the alleged dogman. From what we can see, it does look pretty real and pretty convincing. But lower quality captures like this always leave at least a little room for hoaxing. So think what you want about this one. Taking a look at another weird sky phenomenon. This one was taken on April 12th, 2025. The uploader states, quote, "I was sitting outside and watched this bright light coming across the sky. I grabbed my phone and caught this weird phenomenon." Let's take a look at her footage.
No, that's something on the interstate.
Smoke coming out of it. There's a freaking smoke ring around it.
What is that?
Freaking UFO. Look at that thing.
What is that?
It just shot out smoke.
It just shot out a smoke ring.
A strange glowing ball of light is flying in the night sky. Not only is it flying, but it shoots out some kind of glowing ring of smoke in front of it. It has a bluish glow, making it look even more extraterrestrial. As the video goes on, the light fades and fades until it goes away completely, disappearing into the night sky.
It's still showing up really good on the camera though.
That's Elon Musk doing the Elon Musk thing.
It's disappearing, but I can still see it on the camera.
People are torn in the comments. Some say it's a rocket, like SpaceX or something, returning to Earth. Others, though, say it's something more sinister, like aliens and/or UFOs. And I covered another very similar capture pretty recently, where someone was looking up into the night sky and captured a glowing light. Then it suddenly created a ring of smoke, just like this one. So the fact that it has been caught on camera numerous times proves it is a real phenomenon. Just what is this phenomenon, though? According to experts, when a SpaceX rocket comes back to Earth, it looks like a controlled high-speed descent from the edge of space, with some dramatic visual effects along the way. You often see a bright fiery glow around the rocket due to the extreme heat caused by atmospheric friction. This can look reddish-orange on live streams. To an observer on the ground, it looks like a fast-moving bright dot in the sky, often leaving a visible trail. During twilight launches, it can create surreal, colorful cloud formations due to sunlight catching exhaust plumes in the upper atmosphere. So this certainly could be a rocket of some kind. But most importantly, what do you guys think? A man-made rocket or an alien-made UFO? Alright, here is today's insane nature clip. A Finnish photographer named Lassi Rasienen is the one who captured the photos. Apparently, a wolf and bear pair were documented to be traveling, sharing food, and hunting together for at least 10 days. I mean, this is something you never see. Two completely different predatory animals teaming up. According to Inside History on Instagram, over the course of these 10 days, the pair traveled together and hunted together, between 8 p.m. and 4 a.m. They also shared food and even were seen playing at times. Rasienen also explained that this kind of companionship between a wolf and a bear is extremely rare, and that it quite possibly could be the first time this was ever documented in Europe. Usually in the wild, animals compete for food. Food is the most important thing to them. It ultimately determines their survival. So the fact that these two fierce animals demonstrated enough trust to feed together and not compete with food is so crazy. Not even scientists have been able to explain this relationship. Both bears and wolves are apex predators and iconic wild animals, but they're actually quite different creatures in terms of biology, behavior, and social structure. For example, bears are omnivores and wolves are carnivores. Bears typically roam and hunt alone, whereas wolves hunt in packs. And some of the most obvious differences are the visible ones. Bears are much larger. Depending on species, they can weigh 300 to 1,500 plus pounds. And wolves are smaller, typically 80 to 150 pounds, though some can reach 170 pounds. So all this being said, this is what makes these captures so remarkable. It really goes to show you never know what could happen in the wild, good or bad. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Alright, I think it's going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did enjoy, go ahead and smash the like button, mom. Let's aim for 5,000 likes for another one of these trail camera videos. And if you want to get to know me more, you want to see more of my spooky content, you can go ahead and follow me on Instagram, Maxwell Fear, or you can go ahead and follow me on TikTok, Maximum Fear YT. And be sure to subscribe to the channel because only 20% of you guys who watch my videos are subscribed. And be sure to hit that bell as well so you don't miss when I upload. And feel free to check out my special Maximum Fear merchandise and coffee mugs. They're in the description down below. And shout out to my second channel, More Maximum Fear, where I post other scary content that you guys would definitely love. Alright, I hope your fear was maximized. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.